an Airbus AS350 crashed near La Prese, Lombardy, Italy. So what really caused the crash? We will look at it in this video, and you can see this, the full helicopter itself, precise one that crashed, and then we can actually see it after the crash. So this is what it looks like after the crash, including this as well. And then also here you can see what rescuer trying to draw it out, hanging on trees and things like that. And there's another view of it. So what really went wrong that caused the crash? How many occupants were on board at the time of the crash, and what happened to them? All those are what I'm going to be covering, including the crash summary and key facts. But before that, let's if you are new here, welcome to Foskaay Aviation. I'm Foskaay, not a pilot, just an aviation enthusiast and fan like you. I bring you simplified analysis on aviation, like plane, accident, incident, and more. If that interests you, kindly like, subscribe, tap notification bell, and always look forward to your contribution in the comments for us to all learn on this event. So now let's quickly look at what happened. Then we will likely come back here, and as well we'll look at the location of the crash that I've been able to get for you guys on the map. So first, let's see what really went on. Based on this crash summary, we look at when this happened, date time December 4th 2025. So I'm recording this also December 4th 2025. So that means this is just happened some hours ago, around 8:30 the local time. And during the maneuvering stage, so they are maneuvering their way, and then they crash. Things just went off, and then the crash happened. So it's just 24 hours covering now. So type of the plane is Airbus, but helicopter AS350B 3E. So officially this was renamed by Airbus to Airbus H125 in, I think, in 2014, to differentiate it from the normal jet Airbus A350 models. So the reg and operator is said to be Wucha Helicopter GmbH. Occupant, as at the time of the crash, there were 4 occupants that were recorded, 1 pilot and 3 passengers. And it's painful that 1 fatality and then 3 injured. So out of the 4 occupants, 1 of the passenger sustained fatal injury, but 3, I think out of the 3 is the pilot, but the fatality seems to have come from the passenger. But these things takes time to verify a lot of these facts. So in case anything up, you can as well put it in the comments or check it out. So fatality 1 on board out of the 4, so 3 were injured and hospitalized, but not fatal injury. So 0 on ground because of where it crashed. So aircraft damage is total, written off and destroyed, and we'll look at the pictures and of the crash site and those things later again. But let's talk about the location. Is near La Prese, Lazanda, Zondrio, Lombardy, Italy. Sorry for butchering the name. So, and we'll look at that on the map. Here, this is Switzerland, Slovenia, and this is Italy and Monaco. So it's something right here. I will zoom on in for you, but let's look at what actually caused this crash. Then we'll now go and examine the wreckage and things like that. Flight is said to be a salvage walk on Valmalenco landslide. So seems some landslide happened, and then they are trying to do some salvage work to fix things or things like that before the accident happened, whether not really specified. But what happened then struck rock outcrop during low altitude operations. They are on a salvage work operation for a landslide, so it's have flying low, and you will observe those terrain is a very unforgiving mountainous terrain. I will show you those pictures again. So it led to the crash, but no post-fire reported, which I believe also helped to ensure at least about 75% of the occupants survived this crash. So let's look at this terrain inside of Italy. So if we zoom in onto the crash site, from the way I'm zooming in, begin to observe, you can see that most of these are very rugged, mountainous, and wood area. Understand? So if we zoom in, you can see it. So you can see so it was said to have occurred somewhere around here. Somewhere around there. I can say that everything surrounding are just massive, high rising mountain and wooded area and things like that. So it's not really see it. I'm glad I'm able to zoom in even better. Good. So you can see it now. So where you can even hardly see house, and things like it's very wooded, mountainous area. So let's now examine the crash together images, and then you can give your own observations and contributions on it. So first, let me try and zoom this in. I have multiple pictures here, so we can try to look at it one by one. This is the whole actual picture full helicopter before crash, so you can observe the parts and things like that. So but then this is it after the crash. So you can see that a lot of things had gone wrong on the body from the front. So whatever you also observe in this crash, I like to read your comment about it, and what do you think could have contributed in this type of environment to the crash, and probably what could have been done to as well prevented something. So you could see it's a total gone, like all these parts, these are crash, and all this front body crash is a total off. The blades are written off, and it seems the tail, this tail body, maybe something around there, seems curved in, like probably that might be the first part that got issue and push the plane, the helicopter to crash, because it seems that's like what do I say, like folded. You can see it coming up here, folded up, and if we look down here, I think we can see it better. So we are analyzing this together, as I always do, so that we also appreciate your feedback, your own view. What can you see? What do you observe of the crashes, and probably what could have been done to prevent or something. So if we look at it, you can see it that this tail like crash off entirely. You can see it here, probably hit some of those woods and rock area that I said, and then just bend it off. And once it bends off, you can imagine it hitting the blade, and then from there everything, the plane will just the pilot will just lose control. So also if we look at it from here as well, you can see it is hooked down here as well. If I move here, it's hooked down, you can see it. And this very rugged environment, very rugged, you can see it from the picture. The background is very mountainous environment. So but our hearts to the occupant, we wish first our heart goes to the fatal injured occupants, the family that is left behind, and also for those that are hospitalized, and we hope and desire that they have quick recovery and we won't have to send any update of additional fatality among them as well. So that's it. Share your own observation from this crash in the comment. Like, subscribe, tap notification, and please tap that share button if you find this educational, so more people can discover this channel. It means a lot to keep this going. It's not easy doing this research and bringing it on time for you guys. So I remain Foskaay. Please remember to always do good to humanity and nature everywhere you are, to make the world and universe a better place for us all. Watch other videos on the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.